Hi everyone, Amazing here. Today I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful and highly dynamic interactive Excel dashboard from the scratch. So we're going to learn about a lot of things right here. You know, in every single dashboard I actually release out there, I always add new functionalities that can actually make your Excel dashboard to be very much smart and very easy to use. So we don't want to make our dashboard busy with sliders and stuff like that. So for that we actually have our sliders hidden, and every single time we need them we just bring them out. But the question is this: how would our end users or our manager get to know about the sliders that are hidden? That's why we have what we call Take It All right here to help us navigate through the dashboard and see what the dashboard is all about. So let me just show you what it is right now that I'm talking about. By clicking right here, it's going to reveal to me. So first of all, let me just have to hide it away from here for now. So now I'm going to click on Take It All. If I click on Take It All, this is what I have. So it's about the dashboard for the first time. It's telling us about this particular Kickstarter project. And this Kickstarter project is actually this particular data set we have right here. Exactly, this data we have right here. It's about the project that some country needs to actually delve into, and they need some help. They're soliciting help from people from various countries to get this project actually completed. And this particular header you see right here, you might not understand launch, deadline, goals, pledges, big heads and stats. So if you come right here, you're gonna see the detail of everything. Like, okay, let's say like baker, numbers of bakers, that is numbers of people that contributed money, and we have pledge, how much they got pledged, that is the amount they got to pledge and stuff like that. So we have them recorded right here. This is the goal, this is how much this particular company needs to have the project completed. This is the pledge, this is how much that was pledged to get this particular project completed, and this is the numbers of people that got that particular amount pledged. But the denominator of it actually is just a fail, and that is why when we analyze our dashboard, you see where we have fail, success and stuff like that. So if you step into the second part of it, now about state of the project, is talking about the percentage of the project, how many percentage was cancelled and how many percentage was failed and stuff like that. We keep stepping into this particular dashboard and keeps telling us about deadline and all of that. So now here you know about the filter, you click on it, you get to navigate through all this experience. It's very easy to actually understand what the dashboard is all about. So right now this is how this dashboard is going to work. So now we're going to start to create this from the scratch without any part of it untouched. So right now this is the next one we're going to actually get into. It's been about nothing but just to tell us that we have taken out all, and now we can just click on finish, and it's dynamic. If I click on this right now, this is going to disappear. I'm going to bring Take It All again. Listen, okay, just look at this. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Take It All is back again, and we have a very huge slider right here that every single time we place on our data, what is going to happen? It's just going to filter the whole data for us. So right now I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to go for dance category, and what's going to happen is that the whole dashboard doesn't get what filter because we don't have anything right here. It's not filtering it. So you can actually come down right here to choose something else on the back. I'm going to say, okay, how many of it were actually failed? If there is any fault one, it's going to give us, you can see the fail, and you can see the total cancellation and all of that. So this is beautiful. This is very beautiful. If you don't want to have this again, you can actually get to close this and all of that. So I'm going to show you through everything before we just get started with it about this particular nice looking dashboard right here. So right now what we have to show right here is just the top one project and stuff like that. So if I actually bring on the filter we have right here, you see that on the project we actually showing now United Kingdom, and this is the amount pledged in the United Kingdom, and this is the baker, the numbers of people that actually contributed this amount of money, and the top project is sorry, the total project is actually 86, and this is the top project right here, Central Dreams Premier, and here's the amount made on it. So if you want to go for like Canada or Australia, I'm going to go for Canada, and you're going to see that this is going to actually change to Canada automatically. You get to see how much particular area. And if you're done with that, just gonna hide your filter away from the view. Sorry, you can come back right here out of that. So now this is exactly what we're talking about. So we're gonna actually make the whole dashboard very dynamic, and as we create along, you will definitely understand what it is that we are actually trying to actually showcase right here on the dashboard. So it's very unique, it's very dynamic, so you can actually take a look at how we create it from the scratch. So I'm gonna be leaving the link for you guys to have it downloaded for free. I mean 100% free to your system, and take a look at how we create everything. and learn through every single thing we had actually done to get it created from the scratch. So now if you want to go on, if you want to actually do business with me, I have my WhatsApp number right here below this particular video on that description button. So just WhatsApp me and let's discuss business and help you create a dashboard. Right now we're going to go down to create this from the scratch. Okay, right here I think we have this particular one created for us to just make the dashboard creation very snappy. So I'm just going to show you how to fill this and you will get a very nice dashboard. As you can see, it's just a plain sharp. As if I take it out, you can see what it is. I'm going to Ctrl Z to bring it back, and all this you see right here, they're just shapes that we can actually create on our own. So you know where we started creating this from, in case you're new to dashboard and you just come into this particular channel for the first time. If you have been here, you must have known how we got this created. So now you can actually drag it to any size you really want and go right and change the color. So just right click, you can see fill color right here. If you want to go through here, you can actually go through format shape and you will definitely have this pop out, and go to fill and fill it with the kind of color you really want to have for it. Now let's say we want to have this color and we don't want to have any line for it, like outline, so we take it out and all of that, so we can actually have this colors. We just have this and we set it down this right here. So I'm going to remove it now, and the first thing you want to consider doing is actually getting this particular header header right here filled up, and we want to see the data we have for this, and this is actually the data we have for this. It's not that huge data, but we need to bring some insight out of the data. It's a place to take a look at. I just feel like controlling my own date, so I have the dates extracted from the year extract from the date. So all you just gotta do is just to put your equal to year, and how you refer back to this, it gives you this, and it's extract the year out of it. That's exactly what you need to do. Aside this, there is nothing you need to do to format this particular one. So take a look at this and read the header and see what it's all about. Read the description of the header of this particular data right here. So right now we have this analysis sheet already, so we can start our analysis from here. This is what we're gonna do. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is the project country. So how many country is this project activated in? So we're going to take a look at that. So what we need to do right now, I'm just going to go back to this particular original sheet, and I'm going to go and get a pivot table. So right here I can go to my insert and insert a pivot table. So I click on this, and it's asking me if I want it on this particular sheet, which is now I'm going to click on existing or worksheet I have created for this. I go right here and actually place my cursor anywhere around here. So we have our first pivot table created. If I take my cursor off, it's going to disappear. If I bring it back, it's going to come. So if I go close it and we can't find it again, don't get panicked. You can still have it. Just right click on it and see what we have right here, show field list, and you will have it back again. So right now I'm going to go to country and drag my country down right here. I just got it created. So I'm just going to click inside here and go to the top level. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to design and go to grand total. I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to say show in top of so it should give me the name of this particular aspect. So I'm going to actually go count it up. I'm going to count A. So what I'm going to count is the country. Maybe we're going to have more countries to get accumulated. For now I'm going to extend it down right here. It's just for me to actually make sure if we have more countries, it actually gets a bit on its own. So now I have 6 countries right here, just like what we have on the dashboard right here, which you can see have 6 project country. So we just got that done. And next we just get the goal, the big head, the amount pledged, and the variance right here. So I'm just going to go back, and actually I don't need to actually go back again and create this over and over again. I'm just going to copy and create my pivot table on my own without going back to the data set. So I'm going to have to remove this, uncheck it. So what we need to do now, what we need to do is get this, we need to get the amount pledge, we need to get goal, we need to get this variance. I think that is all we need to get. So before we get this right there, we need to format this. So I'm going to actually go my control 1, we get this particular formatting panel out. So I'm going to go to number and actually make sure I remove the extra decimal and actually give the separator. So now the rest of this is going to be control 1 again. I'm going to actually be formatting this into a dollar. It depends on what you really want. Go to currency and you take the extra decimal out, and we have it like this. So it depends on the currency you want to actually use for it. So I think I just have this. We have created the first part of this dashboard. That is exactly what it is. So right now, what you need to do is just to make sure you reference this right here and all of that, so you can actually work down for you. So what you need to do is for you to go to insert, and when you get to insert, you can actually insert this particular text box right here, and you drag it right at the top level, and you can see we have this text box. So we don't really see our formula bar, so I'm just gonna make sure my formula bar is activated. So right, I'm gonna put my equal to right here, and I'm gonna hit end this particular analysis. And what I'm gonna take is actually should be this, but I'm gonna refer to this empty cell right here and hit enter. But for now we can't see anything, so I'm gonna go back to it and say, okay, what do I need to actually have right there? Is this project country? So I'm gonna go right here and say project. So project country, so we go back and we see it get updated project country. So I'm gonna go right here and go and make sure I centralize it to make it bold, and you see what we have right here. I don't really want something that of a too light. I'm gonna make it some kind of dark like this. So what I'm gonna do right now, I can actually go and make sure I increase it once more. I think I have something called this, so we still need to actually control this. So great. So I can actually copy this to all part of it so that I can actually pick on what we have right there. So you can see right now is not really set, so we can make it some kind of how we really want it. So I can actually click on all of them. So right when I've done this, I'm gonna say control 1. So with control 1 I can control how I want it to be. No outline, no fill, all of that is gone. I'm gonna go to the top level and make sure I control the alignment. I'm gonna say align top and oh, it has an align top, so we don't have any problem with that again, so it's cool. So what we need to do now is just to make sure we have this particular clicked again, and we have to duplicate this. So when the plus sign comes up, just have it duplicated, and that's what we need to do. So you might be thinking, what is going on? So if I click on this again, I'm gonna go right here and go pick it up. I'm gonna pick this and I'm gonna say okay. Now we have numbers of countries 6 right here, and what we need to do right here, we need to actually get is what we need to get right here is actually this bakers right here. So but this is giving us some, so we need to get it off. So I'm just gonna actually highlight the whole stuff right here and actually click on Ctrl H and type some off and actually replace all. So it's gone. It's gone. So click back on it and you go right here and do the same thing to this particular one right here. I'm gonna go and hit this pledge. So we have gotten some part of it right here. So all you just need to do is just to make sure you make changes to this by going to analysis and you pick the last one, and that is all we need to do. So right now I've just gotten this down. We need to actually format it to our taste. So let's do this. So we have just formatted our dashboard just like this. Can you see? We have some target, but right now it's not dynamic because we don't have any slider to take control of this yet. But don't bother. Some persons will actually go right here and name this and have this name so that if they want to connect the slider, but I don't do my things like that. So I have different way to do that, and I can still figure it out which one I'm about to click on and stuff like that. So right now we've just got this done. So the next thing we're gonna do right now is just to take care of the percentage aspect right here. Let me take you to the original dashboard and see what is going on right there. Right here we have this. I'm just gonna actually make sure I have it in view. Go to mode formula. So now it's gone. So we have this, and every single time with the filter, you see that our filter is just gonna get to affect this, and we're gonna see what it is. So if I click on out right now, you can see percentage is gonna go change as well once it's finished loading. So right now this is what it is. So how do we create this? Now since we have right here, it's not too huge. Let's do that. So I've told you that we're not going to be creating this over and over again, going back to a data set to get this done. So I'm just going to copy from here. I'm going to make sure I make a move down to this end. I'm going to have to paste this right in here. Okay, now I've got it pasted. So we're going to create this. So what we're going to do now is just to take this country off it. I'm going to bring this state. State is just like the status of the project, so calculation stuff like that. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to move this state right down here again, and I'm going to move the same state down there again. So right now this one is going to count 1% to show the percentage of what I'm going to show the percentage of the project. So right now it's showing the percentage while this is actually showing out for me. Okay, right now we've just got this down. So what I'm going to do right now, I can decide to go right here and say I'm going to take up the count, can actually go highlight it and go on Control H, and I'm going to say right here, I'm going to actually write count of, and if I come right here for a place, so it's gone, and here we represent this particular aspect with what, with percentage right here. So just give a percentage sign, and that's all you need to do. I can remove the 2 right now because it's different, so I'm gonna take default to something we don't want. So what we'll do is just to make sure we reflect this right here, this, and you go have to drag this down, and once you have done this, you can actually drag it down this way again. So I have it. So right now we've just lost but never worry about that. So if you right click on it, just go to format cell and you're gonna have it back. So go back to percentage, and here we go, take wall decimal and like this. So we have something beautiful down like this. Okay, it's exactly what we really want to have, and this is cool. So what we need to do next right now is just for we to see how can we get this right here. Okay, fine, I might not be needing this, but just this. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna say, so because I don't have use for this font that is given as a count, you can actually have it deleted away from here. And now what I need to do is just to say remainder, okay, blank space. So right now I'm just gonna say 100% minus this. It's gonna give it the blank space. Exactly, we get it. So now we have this. That is cool. Oh wow, it's still here. So I'm just gonna do this quickly. Go format it just like previous one. I'm just gonna say just on 1 decimal, and I'm gonna hit enter, and here we go. We have this because this is actually giving us 0.0%, which is one that we have live. It's giving us 0.0%, so it's not giving us anything. So it's giving us 100% of it. So what we need to do right now is just to start the create a chart. So first of all, I'm gonna actually highlight this whole part of it and go and get the kind of chart I really wanted. So right now we're ready to roll with this kind of chart. So here we go, we have this created, and this is exactly what I need to do. We can now remove this cancel, we get it off, and we make it smaller to fit into where we want to take it to. And after done that, so we go Ctrl X to get it cut away from here. Go to a dashboard and see how we can actually paste this and format it to what we really wanted. Okay, I'm gonna actually double click on it, and I'm gonna have this up. So right now I'm gonna say no fill, no line. It's gone. So click on it and come right here and make sure you control the donor. Can you see that? Once we can do this, you can see what it's turning into. So I'm gonna actually make sure I make it very tiny like this. That is on 90%. So we have something like this. So I can actually grab this and actually say, okay, where am I gonna fit this? I'm gonna fit this right here and make it more smaller. I'm gonna fit it right into the top level right here. So still make it a little bit smaller. So we fit it right here, and we are cool. So that is it for the total. So I'm gonna say, okay, this is too little, and what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna make sure I bring it up onto 87. So that is all. We're gonna be using this 87 for all our dashboard. So now we need to control the color to match our dashboard. I'm just gonna click on it and actually make sure I come to this particular aspect right here. Give it the kind of color I really wanted. I think I'm gonna be in this kind of color for all of it. So once I've just done that, I'm gonna click right here and give it my special color. Okay, right here, I'm gonna change the color to something different. Oh, I'm gonna click on this whole part of it. That is, I have actually make it, so I'm gonna go down, and we have set it something different. So we take it a little bit out of focus. So we have something like this. Can you see this? So now here we don't have data. This is where we have data highlighted. So all we're gonna do right now is just wait to actually know how much percentage we have this on. It's just like for 63%. Can you see that? It's 63%, so that we can actually do it for all of them. So I'm gonna say no line, and that is all. So we have this. So you can see this is great 10. So now what we need to do is just to have it duplicated for every part of it. So what you need to do is just to control D, we duplicate this for you. Oh, okay, fine. we get this duplicated, Ctrl D, and we set it down right here. I'm gonna say Ctrl D, Ctrl D, then Ctrl D. That, I think that is the last one. So we have something nicely done like this. I'm gonna bring it down and make sure I set it the way it should be. So because we don't have this aligned the way we really wanted it, so we just want to make sure we click on highlight, so we highlight all of them together. After we have done that, we can just go and make sure we align the way we really wanted it perfectly. Just go, okay, sorry for that, go to format, and from format click on align and go to distribute vertically. And this is exactly what we need to do. So right now we have done this. For we to actually get this down and create this now is just for we to right click on this and go to select data, and after we have just selected that, so we can come right here and go for the field, and here we go. So we have a field. Can you see the amount of field? So it's just this simple. You can click on this one and go for what? Go for select data and actually go for live, and you can see the percentage for live is actually no percentage for live because it's 0. So now we go to select data and we go for successful, and once we have this, we're gonna see this is what we have for successful. So we right click on this again and select data and we go for the suspended, and that we go right on this. So now here we go. So right now we need to get a percentage and every other part of it right here. So I can actually go right on this and actually make sure I have it in the middle of it, and go right now to get the particular formula bar activated. So go here and actually go click on this, and now we need to get a percentage attributed to this right here. So which is this particular percentage. Don't use the blank because we use this blank to define how many is left. So now go click on this and we have just 8% right here, and this is what we're going to do to duplicate it for every other part of the dashboard of the circle right here. And that's how we have done this. We can actually go ahead and change this to the next one. So I think if I go right here, I can actually start changing from here to 7, and I go right here, I start changing from here to 8. We don't need to go back again. All you just need to do is for you to remember where we should actually is it. This is going to be 9, while this is going to be 10. So exactly, we just got this perfected, right? So the next we're going to do right now is for we to actually start to work on this particular aspect right here. So I'm going to click on it, duplicate this, and what I'm going to do right now is just get this right here for me to actually control this again. So I'm going to get the name cancel. So now we got cancel right here, and I'm going to go duplicate this for every part of it. So do the same thing. So once we've done that, we have to follow the same sequence of what we had done previously, so we can see it's changing. So before we actually think of the formatting, we just need to do this false, and is exactly what we can just do. Oh, successfully we just get this done, and here is 10, and that is exactly what we need to do. And the next thing we need to do right now is just for we to bring this down, and we're going to attack the value that we have in it. So we go for the value. I'm going to go pick the value, and the value is going to be how many it counts the way we have for it. So we go for the count, and now we got the count right here, and for the count we have to duplicate the count for this and do this again. So finally we got the count down right here, and now I think this is going to be 10. I'm going to go for 10. I'm going to go for 9. I'm going to go for 9. I'm going to go for 8 right here, and make sure it's correct. Don't just give it the number, else is going to throw out an error. I'm going to give it 7. What I will have this going to be 6. So correct, right? Okay, fine. We just get this. So the next thing we need to do now is just for we to format this to what it is that we need to have it in. Okay, behind the scene we have just formatted it, and we think is the best because we don't want to waste much time, as it is the most easiest part of it. So right now we're just getting this done, and we have no filter yet in it, but we can actually go ahead and test if we have a filter on it, what's going to happen. So it's all the same. So you can actually place the cursor right here and go right here to choose the kind of filter you want to have on it. So right now we have filter already, we don't have filter on it, so we can go ahead and actually keep the filter on right here. So go for category, and once you actually click on category, you can actually cut it away from here. And now to connect this now is very simple. Just click on it and go to filter connection, and you have it connected to every part of it. So I think we have it. Yeah, we get to category and subcategory of it. So once you're done doing this, we can Ctrl X to cut this away from here. So let us go and test our dashboard we've just created. So I'm going to Ctrl V and have it pasted right here. So if I bring it down right now, I'm going to actually apply the filter and go to Earth. And what we're going to see is that it's updating. Okay, fine. Can we see that the percentage here is actually changing? And we want to actually go and format percentage to something different because we don't want it to go like this. So we can actually make it kind of, we increase this and we change this particular. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. I think this is gonna be better, and I can actually still want to make it pop out very much, pop out this way, and but I'm gonna reduce the exactly. So I have something like this. What I need to do, double click right here on actually have it to all of them and see what we have. So can you see it now? So it's cool. So if I go to dance, you can see the percentage you get a change, update, and every part of the we get updated. And all of that. So now this is exactly what it is. So we are about to create a very unique and dynamic. So the reason why it's giving us 0.0% is because it's just one, and one computer that is so mingy that it cannot give us something very huge. So this is beautiful. It's beautiful compared to what we have right here. So what we just achieved right now is just a little part of the dashboard. So we want to keep the dashboard creation some kind of not too I don't know how to put this to you for you to understand. So we really don't want to do too much of it. So right now, let us feel like we have understood this before we go back and actually create all this right here. So I'll be coming away in the next tutorial to create this particular part of it and make it some kind of very dynamic, just like what we have right now. Okay, if you want to work with me, I have my WhatsApp number in this particular video, which is under the comment section. Just go right there and actually WhatsApp me for me to actually help you create your dashboard. As I am a freelancer, I help people with your analysis, basically using Excel and Power BI. So just go ahead and actually let me know what you want to have created. I'm going to help you customize the dashboard and make it some kind of unique, and definitely you won't definitely love it. Like seriously, still blessed, out of trouble. I'll see you in the next video.